Hello YouTube. Just a quick video today. I just want to take a quick look at the markets and show you guys a few mainstream adoption news, because if you've been watching my videos, you know that is what I care about deeply. And today we just got a bunch of news in that general direction, so I figured why not make a bit of a themed video about that. But let's start with a quick look at the markets. As you see, I just refreshed this page. Right now we are seeing everything ever so slightly in the red, with the exception of EOS, which is up 6%. And then aside from that, the entire top 20 is red. But earlier, it looked very, very different. If you look at the price graphs here, you can see everything shot up earlier, and it has corrected quite significantly since. It has pretty much just undone all the crazy gains from earlier today. This morning, it's now evening here. This morning, everything was up between 5 and 10%, with EOS up 17%. Pretty much all those gains have just been undone, but nothing much more has happened, and EOS has retained a lot of its gains while everyone else has pretty much lost them. But that is what has happened here. We see Bitcoin dominance falling a tiny bit because altcoins have outperformed it today. We see the market cap at almost 230 billion. Earlier today was at 235 billion. But still, this is just a bit of a correction because we got a bit too excited, I think. Everything shot up at the same time, and I think it happened a bit too quickly for the markets. But importantly, Bitcoin has remained over the 7,000 barrier. If we look at the actual Bitcoin price movement, we see right now 7,029 US dollars. And if we look at the one-day movement, it ever so briefly dipped below 7,000, but it quickly caught itself, and it now remains above it. I think as long as dips below it are short, we should be fine. And right now we see another little dip, but it still remained above 7. It remained above 7,010 even. So as long as that is the case, we should be fine. I think the market just got a bit overexcited. But let's quickly look at some mainstream adoption news. First up, Moscow. Moscow's government to use Ethereum to promote transparency in commerce, and I thought this was a very interesting application of the Ethereum network, so let's read this article together. Moscow's government is planning to use Ethereum as part of a system for allotting trading spots during weekend farmers markets. The system will record applications submitted by farmers who compete for a limited number of commercial plots. Some 15,000 trading spots are available, with the market season stretching between April 20th and November 25th, and farmers coming in from Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. As might be expected, there's a push to get spots, with some 20,000 applicants submitting their bids each year. So 15,000 spots, 20,000 applicants. The idea is to use Ethereum as a way to create an immutable record of applications, with updates made for those who are either approved or denied access, according to Andrei Porodyankov, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that, who serves as the blockchain product manager for Moscow City Hall. He says, blockchain is an additional guarantee that the incoming applications remain immutable, as well as makes the audit of the application history possible. Moscow's government detailed in a statement, the entire dataset is publicly viewable, transparent, and available for download. In this case, submission time can be confirmed, while the application cannot be deleted or altered by someone once it's submitted. Now, this is very interesting. I think this is a fantastic use of the platform, and this will do a lot to cut down on possible places of corruption. If everything is entered into the public network, you can't just pay someone off to give you a better plot, or at least you can't as easily. There can be no changes made to applications after they've been entered, and everyone can see all the applications, their scores, everything. Transparency is, in my opinion, always a good thing for stuff like that. And seeing Moscow use blockchain technology, Ethereum in particular, for this is very nice. Next up, Hong Kong. Hong Kong, of course, one of the tech cities of the world, one of the most technologically advanced places on the planet, and a lot of research coming from there in all tech areas and in all science areas, really. All hard sciences. I don't know how the soft sciences are in Hong Kong. But here the article, Hong Kong to expedite immigration for blockchain job seekers. Hong Kong is seeking to attract worldwide talent with specialties in innovative technologies, including blockchain, via a special immigration policy. The Hong Kong government released a talent list on Tuesday that covers a range of 11 professions that are now eligible to receive bonus marks when experts in these areas apply for the city's Quality Migrant Admission Scheme. One of the areas is dedicated to innovation and technology experts in, but not limited to, artificial intelligence, robotics, distributed ledger technologies, biometric technologies, and industrial chemical engineering, etc. So here we see distributed ledger technologies, which of course refers to cryptocurrencies. This is a program that has been running for a while, but only now they have added cryptocurrencies as one of the areas. This is essentially if you try to immigrate to Hong Kong, usually you will have to have a job offer already, but they make exceptions for some especially talented people in some areas that they're looking for, and this is now one of these areas. Now this is space limited, they don't let in an unlimited amount of people, but it will make it a lot easier for people who are in blockchain who want to move to Hong Kong, because you don't necessarily have to find a job before you move there. You can move there and then find a job. And of course, finding a job is always easier if you're locally there. It's not as important in technological areas because they're doing like Skype interviews and stuff is more normal, but it always helps. So this is nice. Hong Kong is putting blockchain high on its list of priorities. And we have one more news story, and this is from Venezuela. Venezuela, of course, dealing with massive hyperinflation, like we probably haven't seen since the Second World War. Like this is, I might be missing like an obvious case where it happened after, but all the cases of hyperinflation that I'm aware of, the most recent ones happened either during World War II or in its direct aftermath, and Venezuela is dealing with it right now. Turkey to a lesser degree, but Venezuela has been in it for a long time. And last year already, they decided to launch their own cryptocurrency to try and alleviate that a bit. And now, with that cryptocurrency out, the Petro, the government is making sure that all financial information must be denominated in it in addition to their official currency. Now, this is pretty big. I can't lie about it. Whatever you think about Venezuela and their recent troubles and their government and their political system and their political ideology, this makes them, to my knowledge, the first country in which a cryptocurrency is placed on the exact same level as a traditional currency. So we see that happening here. Of course, it's a desperate attempt to stop their currency from failing, but it's still a move to crypto. It's still mainstream adoption in crypto. I'm very wary of this government. I personally think they're highly corrupt, and I'm worried what they might be doing with this cryptocurrency, if there might be some shady shit going on in the background. But I also have to admit I haven't read up on this enough. And last but not least, and this isn't a country or city adopting crypto, but this is about people in America, just general citizens. 18% of US students now own cryptocurrency. Now this is based on a really small survey, 675 students, meaning 6 students more or less are a 1% difference in the score. So this is not at all enough to be a representative sample, but it's still interesting to see 18% of US students owning cryptocurrency. That is about double the percentage of US adults, which makes sense. Students A, generally younger, and B, often more tech savvy and more intelligent than the general population. Not always, but I'm talking averages here. It would make sense that they are picking up cryptocurrencies earlier than the general population. In addition, this was a Coinbase study, by the way, and the article is on CoinDesk. I'm linking all the articles, of course. They also found that 21 of the top 50 US universities now have courses on blockchain technology, and 11 of them have multiple different courses on blockchain technology. This means about 40% of the best universities in the United States have decided that one of their priorities should be teaching crypto, getting a new generation ready to work in crypto. This will mean a lot of talent getting into the market, working on new projects in the coming years. This is fantastic news. This also means that people with influence in the academy are interested in and believe in blockchain crypto technologies. Now, I'm gonna end this video here. I had a very busy day and I just wanted to get something out, and I thought this was a nice positive video to make. So thank you guys so much for watching. All the links are in the description. If you want to find me on other social media, I just made a Facebook page and I have a Twitter page. It's both in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, Ways to do that also in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be back with another video tomorrow.